on, guys? We got Mountain Cove here, the Gravitational pole presented by Gravity. We got the back nine. I'm Joey Lutz.
I'm James Cole. Thanks for joining us. We got Will Schusterick, a multiple-time U.S. champion. We got myself, a stunning specimen of a human being, and Aidan Scott, the amateur mini world champion, and Jason Hartley, thumber thrower extraordinaire.
Yeah, coming off an ace on the front nine. If you didn't catch that, go look it up. We got hole 10 here, 440 downhill. This is one of the holes from the old layout that I just had to keep. I mean, this is when you're out here practicing, you just empty your bag on it.
Yes, the top of the world shot, the signature hole of the course. Got the barn in the background there where they do their wedding ceremonies. It's just a fun hole. You can throw anything you want. So downhill, you could get a putter down there if you wanted to. There was minimal wind.
Yeah, the only OB on this hole was the road long.
Let me preface that by saying it's windy today. It's very windy today, so the wind was down. It was still probably like 10 or 15 mile an hour wind right here. We just had a batch of storms roll through. If you didn't watch the front nine, why don't you just rewind, go back, click the like button, subscribe to the channel, watch the front nine.
Not hit a car. Whoa!
That was actually a new Frisbee. I don't know what they have that's about to be released, but that was one of them.
I don't know.
Some kind of signature model, something, a Kayla Visca signature model maybe. I can't really remember.
I don't know.
It's supposed to be like a 10-speed, slightly overstable fairway. They feel...
Oh, fairway?
Or, like for 10-speed, whatever. It's not a distance driver.
I don't know.
I'm throwing my trusty overstable rock. Putting it just a little too far away to make the putt.
You got Aidan from circle 2. Hates it, and he goes in.
Yeah. He's just so good at putting. Even when he puts a bad putt, it still goes in. Yeah, I mean, it was off by a little bit, but aim small, miss small, I guess.
He puts PX3s, right?
Yes.
So is
that one might not have been the... Let's see what that is.
It's white.
The white ones... He puts PA3 also sometimes. That might have been the PA3 for the longer putt. Ooh-wee.
Good layup.
Never above the cage.
That was a nasty headwind. You didn't see it?
Yeah, it was a 55 mile an hour. I had my wind gauge out on that one. It said lay up when I shot the wind. All right, we got the runway hole, hole 11, 925 feet. This one's really cool. The runway gets in my head. I don't ever want to skip off of it because there's out of bounds right and left, the fence line. So the play today was to land in the grass on the right side, the basket side, but it was all squishy and nasty over there from all the huge rain we had. So this hole was playing about a half a stroke harder than normal.
Yeah, the original plan was to make this a par 5, but it got shortened up a little bit and made into a par 4.
Yeah, another 150 feet. It'd be a good par 5. Yeah, perfect footing and everything off the tee, and then finding a nice place to throw your upshot from without skipping out of bounds is kind of hard. Get a lot of action off that asphalt. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it looks pretty dry from there.
That's probably, for the day, the optimal landing zone, because that right side was just like 3 inches of standing water.
You trying to skip it off the other road?
No. It never really went outside the fence. That's a kind of a straighter destroyer. Yeah, I just had the same idea as him. I just flipped it up a little more. And I tried to play my second shot the same way. I figured if I could just get that sidearm to hit
land
on the concrete, it would
Yeah.
skip right into the basket. But with the little slippery footing, it was hard to commit to a full power sidearm from there.
That hooks up. Misses the tree.
Oh, man, if that missed the tree, that would have been money.
Still probably edge of circle 1.
Aidan going M4
Oh, yeah, look at that.
with the bad run up.
Squishy. That's a good
And
shape.
it's a good thing he landed on the asphalt and got that little extra slide. Put him exactly pin high. Wow, that looked funny. Time to do some video work on the sidearm. My elbow's been killing me. I've really been doing more left-hand practice than sidearm work.
Oh, man.
Oh,
That was a good run.
That was a good run. I forgot about that.
I can't talk on this hole. I put my drive in bounds and then went out of bounds. Oh, there's a good birdie.
Nice.
And then went out of bounds on my approach shot. So
Yeah, could have fell out, but
I'll quit complaining. Go get your putter.
it must suck to putt so well.
It's probably the best way to putt on these chain stars.
Just right over the top of the nubs, and 2 inches over the top of the nubs.
All right, hole 12 is 230 foot straight uphill into this little gully. This was the ace run for the course. Wanted to have a kind of a breather hole.
230 playing about like 270 because it's
Yeah.
so far up that hill. I mean, you can kind of see, but yeah, that's better. That looks about right. It's really up that hill. The same hill we just came down. Got a little decent roll. Rolled back towards the pin.
Yeah.
And it was just a straight headwind, like 20-mile-an-hour headwind. I could see, like, normally wanting to throw a putter or a mid-range just really firm straight at it, but I couldn't trust it. I had to go Firebird.
Yeah, it was the tee pad. The tee pad wasn't the greatest. We didn't have a lot to work with right here. We weren't allowed to dig at all for tee pads. We had to flatten the ground as far as like removing debris and stuff like that. But we weren't allowed to dig. So in some spots it was pretty rough. That one was one of them. But
Should have went from the road or something. Couldn't do that either, probably though.
no, definitely couldn't go to the road.
Yeah, within the
That was a good putt. Good
Oh.
birdie.
Great putt.
Getting into 4 under.
nice nose up spin, came out with 0 wobble. Yeah, within the design restrictions you guys had, I think he used more of the property than we'd ever seen before, and it really showed how much there is to work with out there, and hopefully people get excited about it.
Oh yeah, no, it definitely. Yeah, Kenny and John, they were really gung ho on trying to get something special out here. Potentially even having a tournament where we had 3 courses, have two temps and the permanent one. But that's something for the future, maybe.
Man, sounds like a lot of work. They could do the same thing with just putting different pins on the original course. There's plenty of room for growth on the original.
Yeah. Man, I like the original course the way it is.
Hole 13. This one was very tricky. It's significantly downhill after the first half of the hole, 360 feet. You really just need something to stay neutral and glide straight for as long as possible. Sidearm was good. Thumber worked really well. He throws thumbers well.
Yeah, that's a good.
You just really need something.
Anything inside the circle on this hole is pretty solid.
It's completely blind from the tee as
And
well.
the fairway just drops off.
It's
so sailing past this is so easy to do. Like, I think that.
Yeah, he went pretty firm with a kind of overstable putter. Yeah, that wasn't the same thing he threw on the other hole. No way.
No.
Yeah. That was the U.S. there. I threw
That's pretty U.S.
my flippy and I anteed it a little too much. I don't know, it was windy. I can't remember if it was a headwind or not. I just didn't want it to hook up.
Will's going A5. I could get a little bit of ground action.
So grassy out there in that field. That was a long left-handed attempt.
That's a good run.
Yeah, that was like not really trying to make it, I guess. Didn't want to miss it real bad.
Just take a par and go home.
Yeah. Yeah, that hill's pretty steep. He flew by about 45, 50 feet, and then coming back up, it's hard to give enough height to get in the chains from down the hill.
So everybody tapping in pars. Hole 14. This is another one of the holes from the one of the original layouts that Johnny and Kevin did. It was this was one of my favorites. Low ceiling with drop off behind. It's just a straight shot. You can do whatever you want to do. That you can do 300 feet straight with low ceiling.
Yep. Yeah, you can do. Even if you don't want to go 300 foot dead straight with the low ceiling, there's plenty of other options. I had a little moment where I did one for the fans. I don't know why. Aidan threw a great shot with this mid-range. Just dead straight. Prodigy's mid-ranges are so fast.
Oh yeah, I figured that's what you were gonna
do. My eagle's not flippy enough. Like, I usually throw an eagle on this hole, but I'm like in between eagles right now. So all these guys were watching me. I just decided I would do it for the gram, and it almost worked out. Should have thrown something faster than a 9-speed, but I figured I'd just take the par and get out of there. Will throwing a nice low ceiling shot.
That looks real good. Oh yeah. Sit.
And yeah, I didn't miss it too long, but just past. That's a nice little slope. It could catch a little roll and be pretty far away after missing long. I see him just lay up, scared of that slope.
Got an outside look at 2. Good shape, just a little low. A lot low.
The story of my career. Bang.
There's a good putt.
Finally one that he felt good about, I guess. It wasn't sad when it went in the basket.
Spin back.
Oh. Yeah, that lefty putt, it'll catch on. He's going to put the practice in. He's a champion and a warrior.
So you got Aidan at 6 down, Jason at 4. Was that you at even or Will at even? That was it.
I
Will at
couldn't
even
tell
and
you.
you at 1. Someone at 1 under.
Hole 15, 390 feet. The initial gap is very tight and demanding. And then there's some woods to the right. Like, you really want to push a sidearm shape or a late turning backhand. Just anything you can make this initial gap with. You don't even really have to push it right. Just, Aidan said he didn't even want to mess with it. He's just going to throw it out straight and give it a bid.
Yeah, that whole right side's out of bounds. So it was...
yeah, anything in the woods is out of bounds.
Mm-hmm. It was just another situation where we didn't want people going in there and having to throw, so...
Yeah,
so you had the wood line on the right as out of bounds, and then the concrete, or the driveway on the left.
And it just sneaks out of bounds left. A little windy, headwind.
Man, that's high.
I threw a sidewinder. I had to give it some air into that headwind.
That's a great backhand.
Just lost that thing on 8 at the sinks, if anybody finds it. Will pushing a sidearm through there. Not too punished by the errant drive.
That could have been rough. This is a tough spot for Jason.
Put a pretty decent flex on that one, though.
Yeah.
He's looking at maybe 40, maybe a little closer than that. It's hard to tell. Smooth approach by Will.
Looks good.
A long circle 2 bid here from Aidan. Wind playing with it just a little bit.
Yeah, keep it close though.
Par putt coming up just off the mark.
Did he go out of bounds?
Oh yeah, that's not for par, that's for bogey.
There's a good birdie.
Spin back.
Yeah.
That's definitely getting strokes on people.
Yeah, there was not a lot of 2s on that one, I would assume. And when I saw how close it was off the tee, I thought I was like 50 short, but it was probably about 25, 28 feet.
Couple par tap ins.
Yep, that one's tough. Definitely.
Hole 16, 240 foot to an island. It's kind of hard to see from this, but we had I think it was 60 feet in diameter, so 30 feet on each side. Or was it? Yeah, 30 feet on each side. So pretty straightforward. Just pick your favorite hyzer and put it close,
Yeah, I like to throw straight on 240 feet.
or throw it straight.
That's like you should be throwing your putter or what, 240 is very, very short and approachable for most players.
Yeah, I went sidearm A2, I believe. 2 good shots. Looks like MX1 from Will.
Could you guess?
Raptor Thumber. Oh, no back pedal. Oh.
Just barely squeaking in the island. I don't know what they're looking at. Oh.
Oh, did y'all call him out? I guess it doesn't matter. Par.
Yeah, I guess he was out.
You guys were on the card.
Man, yeah, it's been a couple weeks.
I'm just
played a couple tournaments since then.
Great putt though. Great putt from Jason. Save the par. I was like, I didn't see anybody go OB because I remember somebody making that from up there.
I do remember that now. I mean, of course I remember it now. Just refresh my memory.
Good putt.
Oh, I also remember.
Yeah, I do
this.
too.
Oh no. After all those great putts, I'm sure he would love to have that one back.
That had to be frustrating. Yeah, being
Just sometimes you try too hard, I think.
Yep. Or you just lose focus for just a second.
Hole 17 was a brilliant hole. This gap was very punishing. A magnificent drive would land right here. You would hope for your drive to land there, and then you're never going to be able to push it far enough left to get under the basket. This is definitely a 3-shot hole, and having a practice round would have been awesome.
Yeah, the whole right side was out of bounds. There was a barbed wire fence. So, and then we had barbed wire on the left side in like sporadic sections. So you'll see caution tape, but that's a great shot.
Yeah, I walked we had a significant backup, so I walked all the way up the fairway and looked at it and debated Wraith or Sidewinder for a long time. Finally went Wraith.
Ooh, that was a good kick.
That was some champion love there. Aidan's going to go putter.
It's definitely possible.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate the play. Just stay in the center.
Mm-hmm.
Because it really doesn't matter how much further you get from right there if you don't have good footing. Like, you're not going to improve your position very much.
Yeah, I mean, if you get oh, wow.
Another good kick.
If you could get far enough down there to where you could get up, because once you got out of the woods, it was still slightly uphill to the basket. If you could get far enough out there to where you were throwing on level ground to the basket, that would probably be your only advantage because it was just so far left.
Like, if the best players in the world were playing on this course, maybe, 5, 10 of them would get right to the end of the gap. I don't think many people would make it out of the gap off the tee.
No.
But I feel like it is doable to skip one all the way into the field, but that's just smashing a distance driver off the tee.
Yeah, that'd be
a feat.
Yeah.
He's just barely too far left where he's having to throw an awkward angle.
What are you doing? What was that, dude?
If he would have went with a little bit less aggressive
Or
shot,
sidearm.
yeah.
Sidearm. Come on, Aiden, throw a sidearm.
Yeah.
Throw a standstill sidearm. Don't be scared.
Sidearms are hard for people that don't have like sports backgrounds.
See?
Yeah, I've been playing disc golf for 20 years.
Aiden's probably thinking, I should have done that.
I threw a destroyer and it went like 230 feet.
Yeah, but you're 230 feet out in the open. He's
Yeah.
wherever he is. He's not. Yeah, he's having to do the same thing over again.
He
Could have thrown a sidearm from here.
Yeah, he could have. Or like a forehand roller or like anything other than, yeah. But yeah,
It's still a great shot.
it's not bad.
But
To each their own.
you're looking at 5 at best right
I can't
there.
really tell him anything anymore since he's beating me all the time.
Yeah. He's beating me too.
That was just a little bit low. I think it was the right disc, just a little bit low.
He needs to sit. There you go.
Yeah,
20 feet.
definitely should make that, right? Another nice approach with that same.
A5.
Thank you. Same A5.
This looks like. Yeah, that's one of those PA ones.
Yeah, that one's super overstable.
Yeah, they had a batch of PA ones they put out that are Looked like an elephant stepped on him.
Yeah, he showed me the difference between the other ones that he has. Like, it's like a different mold.
A little long with the MVP or whatever that is. Looks like an MVP mold.
Yeah, one of those streamlined putters, maybe.
Yeah, streamline. That's it. You can hear the wind blowing.
But it is breezy. That's what we're gonna say. That definitely left a mark for about a week.
You're gonna break your putter.
They're soft.
Oh,
I don't putt them hard ones no more. After breaking 50 of them, I'm done with the hard putters.
ooh, real high.
Yeah, it was pretty windy. He's good at putting. Look, checking out my leg, like, ow.
Regretting that.
Yeah. Fives never feel good. I don't care if it's a par 5. Like, fives don't feel good in disc golf. Growing up playing where every hole was a par 3 for so long, fives just suck.
Yeah, that is, yeah. But it's new day. All right, hole 18, par 4, 580, straight uphill. This hole probably had 60 to 70 feet of elevation change. It was just a monster.
And a low ceiling on top of that.
Yeah, that will definitely, if we do it again, those branches right there will definitely go. I could honestly see this becoming another par 5, going par 5 back to back to finish, because you just take this basket and push it further up and left.
Through very neutral, through sidewinder up that hill, just to
Yeah, that's a great
stay
shot.
in the middle.
Yeah, both right and left side is out of bounds, so the key here is just keeping it in the middle.
Yeah, that is. It's very scary looking at this low ceiling power shot, and then if I miss it all, I'm out of bounds. Like, oh my gosh.
No, when we were, I had like 16 holes whenever we had first came out here and did the layout, and 17 was one of them, and I just kept walking past the basket, and I was gonna walk back up because I had my truck parked over here, and I literally looked to my right, and it was just a perfect little trail of that tall grass, and I was like, can he come through here and just cut all this grass all the way up? And they were like, yeah, sure, no problem.
Hell yeah.
And it was a perfect ending hole. Granted, it was
That's amazing.
super, super hard. Yeah, the staff out here at Mountain Cove, they put in some work on the tractor, for sure. That's another good shot. Keeping it in the middle. Par was good on this hole.
Yeah, par was real good on this hole. This was a tough one. This is one that you would see out on tour where you would still see guys taking 8s and 9s, just getting greedy.
That needs to go.
Well, like, he thought he could just blast it all the way up to the top of the hill from out of position. That's a big hill. It's only 540, but man,
Plays about 7 to 840.
I threw flippy off the tee and then flippy on my second shot just to push it up that hill.
That's a great shot.
And I might be wrong, but I think there were only 2 3s on this.
Wouldn't surprise me. It wasn't me. I got a 4. Oh, that was a thumber. I thought that was a bat sidearm for a second. I was like, holy mackerel, that disc is overstable.
It always trips me out seeing the approach thumber.
Yeah, when they throw it like a baseball.
Yeah. Yeah, there was only 2 3s. It was me and Calvin Pettigrew.
That's not surprising. Calvin throws a long
He is a
long
bomber.
way.
Yeah, I played with him at Music City Open last year, and he throws far.
Shaped like a beanstalk.
Yeah, he's taller than me. I'm not short.
All right, so we got Aidan at 6, you at 4.
Oh, I'm
yeah.
actually, yeah. And actually at 3, we had a scoring error on the triple Mando hole. But yeah. So Aidan at 5 after that bogey. Me at 3. Jason at 2. And Will at +1. That will wrap it up for the first round coverage. Check it out. We got Donovan leading the pack. Harper Thompson in second. Jordan Davidson throwing really well. Tied with Austin Housewright for third. Check us out on the second round coverage.
We'll see you guys.